Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna pick up where I left off, and this is where my story gets kind of strange. Okay, so like I said, August 31st, 1996, I made that horrible, fateful mistake of marrying that abusive dude, right? Okay, so then we fast forward to October 1998 is when my friend got me the job at the restaurant. And let me preface this story or this video just by saying, I don't even know how to even say this, so I'll just go ahead and say it. I was very emotionally immature, very mentally immature. I don't know whether it had to do with all the abuse that I put up with, that somehow stunted my growth in terms of, my mentality and common sense and this and that. I just don't know. But all I can say is that even being in my early 20s, wait, let me see. 19. Okay, I felt like I was like, what, 20? I think I was 20 when I got the job. Okay. So, even at the age of 20, because of my mentality, I don't think that I was even ready to even have a job. And you'll understand, as I continue to tell my story. Yeah, I had issues, like from the get-go, even with the job. Like, I think my third day there, I have these customers already harassing me, being very disrespectful, being rude. And of course, lo and behold, it's more people who are, black. Like I said, for the longest time, for as long as I can remember, the people I've had the most problems with have been my own race. So I remember, after 3 days working there and, being insulted and being treated like trash for no good reason, I went into work and I was going to quit. Well, my friend who got me the job convinced me to stay. So I did. And I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I was this model employee and everybody was rude to me. No, that's not the case. I'm amazed I kept that job as long as I did. I was there for 4 years, but I believe that I was extremely unprofessional with the way I did things. I was lazy, immature, had no common sense at all, didn't know how to keep my mouth shut, keep my head down, and do my job. I like to run my mouth too much. But like I said, I suspect that's because of my, lack of maturity. Being a 20-year-old adult, I had the maturity level of a 12-year-old child. Okay, so yeah, and like I was saying, 1999, I ended up, meeting this dude at the drive-thru. He's one of the customers whose orders I was taking. I thought he was hot, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up moving back in with my mom, which I had planned anyways because I was tired of being, married to this dude who kept trying to beat me down. And once I got the job, he, got really abusive and crazy, talking to me about how I need to pay rent to live with him even though we're a married couple. Telling me what I can and cannot spend my own money on when I'm the one working. He certainly wasn't, generous with the money that he was making. But then again, once again, it's one of these things where these people who are just insecure and just all screwed up in the head want to try to control you and control everything you're doing. I remember one time the husband went as far as to say that if I dyed my hair, I was going to have to go. I mean, what kind of man with any common sense or any decency is going to tell somebody that they're married to that they can't dye their hair? And then just the one time when he's demanding all this money from me to pay rent, I had said something to him, and he jumped up out of his bed and came screaming, busting through the doorway, screaming at me for like absolutely no reason at all. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, so like I said, met this other dude, moved back home with mom, tried the weed, only was addicted to it for a couple of months, up until, me and this dude broke up. And then, like I said, after that, I was working and, living at mom's house and had the drinking problem. I already told you guys that my brother ratted me out to my mom, even though he was doing worse things. Okay. And, and that's another thing. Being at my mom's house, even though I had my own car and a job, it's not exactly the kind of, person that, somebody would be looking for. For instance, me being, at my mom's house, a dude isn't going to be interested in somebody that's living with their parents. So suffice it to say, I didn't date much, like if, at all, right? But I, still continue to work, do my thing, whatever. So, the internet was getting really popular then. And there was this one dating site. It was called Love at AOL. I'm sure some of you remember that. It was a long time ago, but back then it was free. So anybody could get on there and put up their own personal ad and blah, blah, blah. So I end up putting up an ad, and this guy, this white dude, had responded to my ad. And, once again, I hadn't come to terms with all the abuse that I had put up with, and hadn't, even attempted to try to heal from trauma and whatnot, was still feeling, worthless, low self-esteem, just low self-image, just felt like dirt because I'm listening to all these lies to all these very negative, very deranged people. And instead of, getting professional help for that, I just kind of let it fester. I tried to bury it. And, just the fact that I didn't have self-worth is the reason why I ended up, wanting to meet this new dude. And, talking to him a little bit on the internet and thinking, oh yeah, we'll have a good connection, blah, blah, blah. And he was also living with his parents, or at least his dad and his stepmom. He was living with them. So, I kind of sort of knew what he looked like because we put pictures on our profile and whatnot. So I end up having him to meet me at my job at the restaurant. And this dude comes into the restaurant looking like a dirty scrub. I mean, was filthy, didn't do his hair, didn't even have the decency to dress up or look decent at all. I mean, even my coworkers and boss, they were like, oh my gosh, Deborah, you can do so much better than that. Why, what's wrong with you? Why would you be interested in a dude like that? And once again, it's because of low self-esteem. All right, I'm not feeling so hot, so I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.